8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of 49 Faithfullee. We're your hosts, Miriah Lee and Teran Lewis. TL, what's up, fam? How you doing?
What up, fam? Nothing much. Just like literally just got off of work and got home so I can enjoy my time with you and all the faithful that always show up and support our show. So
This man's out there working hard, working hard. What's up, chat? Sorry we're a couple minutes late. We had some technical difficulties, but we appreciate you guys hanging out. JDLR, first in the door, Bebop, Throwback. What's up? What's up? Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Wednesday. My week feels so different because, like I've done a couple other shows this week, and then with us having a Thursday game, like I feel like I've talked about 49ers so much the last couple days, like, and it's just a little short time. It's crazy that we're already playing again. Um,
yeah,
like I imagine how the football players feel, like they just got out there, got done getting hit, smashed, all trampled on, all this, and it's already time for them to have to travel and play again.
exactly. Well, that's good though. After tomorrow they don't have another game till I don't think till Christmas Eve. So
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
give
Little
them some time to
mini
chill
buy.
and get their bodies recover and stuff. Yep, exactly.
What's up, Chrissy? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna do the everybody that entered into the mystery envelope one that you had to comment on, last week's video. I have all your names added onto a wheel, so we're gonna do that in a minute here, and then we'll tell you about envelope 2 and 3 details. Before I get to that, though, I did want to start off with something that isn't football related. But I want to, send my condolences and, rest in peace to Stephen Twitch Boss. For those that don't know, he was like on one of the first seasons of So You Think You Can Dance, very talented
Mm,
dancer. And he worked with Ellen. Most people know him from being on Ellen's show. And, he had a big TikTok following, would put out, a lot of dance videos dancing with his kids, really, gorgeous family.
mm,
Um, he is from the sounds of it, he took his own life and had, I guess, been battling with depression and everything that,
mm,
and this is, like something I had kind of put out there on Twitter today is that, like me having, battled myself with depression, anxiety, obviously chronic pain, is
mm,
that I could be, here suffering for 23 hours a day, but the hour I get here to talk to you guys, I'll look fine. Nobody will know anything's wrong. But, when the camera shuts off, it's a whole different story what people are dealing with.
mm,
So, just, and I always am big saying this is that, check on your people. Even the ones that look like they have it together the most could be suffering the most, and
mm,
people just think, oh, that person's strong, we don't need to check on them, they got it all together. But no, because nobody checks on them,
mm,
and you could be the person that checks on them and could be the person that saves their life just by being them knowing somebody's there.
mm,
And a lot of people can all say, oh, if you need something, you can call me, but to have somebody really pick up the phone and say, hey, are you good, I'm here, it's a whole different thing. Everybody can say, oh, I'm there if you need me, most of the time it's just BS words.
yeah.
Nobody's really expecting you to say, yeah, I need you.
Mm,
So if you could really pick up the phone and just check on your people, make sure they're okay,
yeah.
because we never know who's suffering out there. So, condolences to his family. Like I said, he leaves behind 3 little kids and his wife. So that sucks.
Yeah, is that the? I didn't really know who he was. Was that the gentleman, the African American guy who was like only like 40 years old? Is that
Yeah.
him?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I kind of saw something from TMZ, but I was at work all day and I was kind of busy, so I didn't see it. But
Yeah.
yeah, and
He's
you're right. Yeah, I want to piggyback off that, and you're right because I just want to tell everybody, men or woman doesn't matter. Like talking to people and letting people know your problems that you're dealing with within is not weak. It's not weak, it's not soft, and I know a lot of men are like that where they're just like, "Oh, like I'll like I've heard plenty of dudes like sit there and say, "I'm a man, I can handle it," but it's
Yeah.
like, well, can you? You know what I mean? Like it's not soft as a man to sit there and say stuff. But yeah, but for both sides, I mean, I witnessed a good friend of mine I was stationed with in Virginia who took his life, and nobody even knew he was going through stuff. Like, his sister found him dead, and he killed himself with a gun with a silencer on there because he wanted to make sure nobody heard it so he can kill himself. Because a lot of people would try to shoot and then they end up surviving, but he wanted to
Yeah.
make sure because he wanted to bleed out. And of all indications, talking to his sister and some of my other friends who were stationed with the military who were closer to him were like, yeah, like we talked to him. We never knew nothing was going on. And this is not during the pandemic. He lost a great job
Yeah.
and was going through stuff and didn't tell nobody. So yeah, it's, we just have to sit there and talk to each other. And you're right. Like people sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm here for you if you need me. But like, genuinely, how many people actually mean it? Like, I'd
Mhm.
wish, and I'm not saying people are being fake or whatever, but there are fake people out there. But if you sit there and you lend out a hand and you say, hey, I'm here for you, call me if you need me, like truly mean that. Don't just
Yeah.
say it just because you feel like it's the right thing to say. And two, like, I never really put my business out there and stuff like that. But life is short, people. Like, live your life to the fullest. I'm not saying go out there and spend all your money out of your bank account. Like, be smart about it. But if you have the opportunity, like, we work hard in life. We work hard. It's okay to play hard as well. You know what I mean? So if you have the funds to go take trips, go spend time with your family, like, go do that because we only have one life on this earth. So, and saying that, I'm gonna say it was 2 or 3 days ago. I think it was Monday. I think it was Monday. My cousin's husband, he passed away of a heart attack, and he had some liver problems. Only 28 years old.
Oh my God.
Only 28 years old. So, that's why I say, like, you just never know. Like, you're like, the next day is not promised to you. So live your life, man. Go out there and have fun. And what's sad is the same situation with the guy from the So You Think You Can Dance. He was 28. My cousin's 28. They have 3 kids under the age of 5. He just had a baby girl 2 months ago, and now he's gone.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I agree with you, Mariah, like, check on your people, see if everybody's okay. Sometimes we get sucked into this world, and we're kinda, we worry about what's going on in our life, and, but sometimes it's okay to lend a hand and just make a few phone calls. That's why, like, I text, but not really. I like to call and check on people. So, yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, that's what I
Um,
wanted to add to it.
yeah. So what's up to everybody that has joined the channel chat? We don't mean to get everybody, down and emotional. We just, I used to always like to start off, and obviously I don't want it to always be something bad that we start off with, but that's our time to get stuff out that's not football related
Yeah.
before we, jump into, life just isn't about football.
Yep.
Um, and with that being said, like I've been wanting to start something, like with a lot of people obviously that watch this channel know Eric Crocker and watch his show, and he does something in the mornings where he has everybody come in and drop their flames in the chat, and it's like a mental health check because his wife as well suffers from mental health, and it's a way like you drop 5 flames, if you're good, obviously like 1 flame's bad, and so that he kind of can check on his people, like, and I appreciate him for doing that. The thing is that his chat obviously is so big. He has hundreds and hundreds of people watching. So, like, I feel like if somebody does drop a 1 flame or a 2 flame, well, then what? Like, okay, now the whole world can see that they're struggling, but is anybody checking on that person? Like, so I kind of been wanting to do something, but like, I don't want it to be lost, like in the same way. Like I've been like wanting to do like a goat check or something and have people drop their goats in the chat when they come in. But, like, I
Mhm.
just want everybody, like we tell you guys all the time, to the chat, that you guys are awesome. Like I love and appreciate each and every single one of you so much. And like, to everybody, but to especially you guys, because you guys are our people, like if you guys ever need anything, ever, whatever, you need to talk, you need advice, you need whatever it is, please know, you guys are to find us. We always have our social media there, Twitter. If you guys don't have Twitter, we'll drop you the email, I give you guys my phone number, whatever it is, please let us know. You know, the same, like even with Joel, you know, was going through his medical stuff. And, you know, if like it doesn't take much to, you know, pray for somebody to, and if you're not, you know, religious, obviously, you know, but whatever it is, you know, everybody has something that they do that they believe in that can, you know, go a long way to help other people.
Yep.
You know, it's
Totally
like,
agree.
you know, for us to just be able to share, you know, his GoFundMe info, you know, whatever it is that we can help, you know, we have a platform, and I just want to make sure that we're using it for the best way possible. And, you know, that things don't get lost, you know.
Exactly.
um, so what's up to those that have joined? Let me scroll back up here and see. We got Sin in building. What's up, Cinnamon Kiss? Appreciate you stopping in, sis. Good to see you. Joey, what's up? Christy, Bryant, how you doing? Bay Area Baller, what's up, brother? How you doing? Let's go through here. Niner Gang Wolfcast. Make sure if you guys haven't that you're subscribed to his channel. He's a very good dude over there. Puts out great content. Let me get through here, and then we'll do the drawing real quick for envelope 1. Well, it's a wheel. What's up, Swan? David McNew. Tanya. Hey, sis. Tanya's been playing hooky, and I don't really appreciate that, but you know. She's so busy. She's always doing some kind of stuff. Like, man, I don't know how she does it. Let's see. Gammon, good to see you. I think I got everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and we'll do this giveaway for envelope 1. And this is the one that I just took everybody that was supposed to comment on the video. I took all your names. If for whatever reason YouTube held out your comment or whatever, I mean, that's not my fault. I can't see it. So I just took the names I could see and added them to the wheel. So those are the people that are entered. So let me share this here. Where is it? All right. Can you see that? Not yet?
No, I can't see anything yet.
Here. Okay. All right. Here we go. So those are the names entered. I'm going to shuffle it 5 times before I spin. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Good luck, everybody.
Ooh.
Brian. All right, Brian. Congrats, brother. You get mystery pack number 1. Let's get this off of here. You weren't entered. You didn't enter. You've been playing hooky, so that's not my fault. You had to leave a comment on the video where the instructions for this one. Envelope 2 has already, I posted it today just right before we went live. So remember, 2 and 4 are the envelopes for Twitter, and then 1, 3, and 5 are for YouTube. So envelope 2 I posted on Twitter today. So make sure you guys get entered in that. All you have to do is make sure you're following me in TL and just retweet the tweet, and you'll be entered in that one. And then envelope 3. So to get enrolled into this one, Tanya, make sure you pay attention. After this video ends, this live right now. So after the video ends and the comment section comes up, you'll just leave a comment on this video, you know, saying whatever you want. And then during our live next week. So not our instant reaction show, but our next show that we talk about the Seahawks game and get ready for the following week. We'll draw the winner just like we did today. So we'll draw the winner for this one. So again, after this video ends, leave a comment in the video and I'll collect all the names from the comment section, and that's how you'll get enrolled into that one. And then envelope 2 is up on Twitter for a giveaway over there. So make sure you're enrolled into that. And then let's go ahead and get started in the giveaway now for this show. Then we'll actually start talking, maybe what you guys are here for. So go ahead and enter your numbers. Let's start with, how about a CMC giveaway, since we haven't had one of those yet.
Oh, nice.
So good luck. Good luck. Good luck. 1 through 100 in the chat. For if there's anybody in here new that doesn't know. Yeah, every time we do a giveaway in the chat, it'll be enter a number 1 through 100. Make sure there's no duplicates. So pay attention, to the numbers that have been entered before you. And then we'll give you guys a little bit to enter your numbers, and we'll go ahead and draw a winner after that. Let me get this up here. All right, so good luck, everybody. I saw Locker Room Rant in the building. I'm guessing, I don't know who that's going to be, but
yeah, it could be any of them three, either Tony or JV. Well, JV's in the building, so maybe it's Tony.
Hey, JV. He says hi, friends. So that I knew that wasn't JV, but all right. So let's get into this. I want to start with something. I was on with Pete Lucas last night. Make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. It was a great episode. And we had kind of talked about, obviously, Purdy and, just football, whatever. And I was talking about how, I had said before the season started how I was the most excited for the season that I've ever been. And a lot of that had to do with Trey Lance, the unknown, us finally getting a change, possibly getting the piece to finally take us over that hump. A part of that was that football for the 49ers, and we talked about this with Ryan, you guys had talked about this on Twitter, everything, is that it's just been boring, right? Like, I want to be like, I used to be so excited to get ready, get my stuff, get my gear on, sit down in front of the TV or go out with friends, to watch the game, whatever. I'm so excited that my team would be playing. And now, rewind a little bit. Obviously, Trey Lance gets hurt. And I instantly, I wasn't like, oh, the season's over, right? Like, I knew, obviously, that we still had a talented team. We had a vet coming in that knew the system, blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't that I was down because I was like, normally, when somebody's starting quarterback gets hurt, it's like, okay, the season's over. I didn't feel that way. But I felt like, here we go again. The same old story. Like, why do you want to keep watching a movie that, if it has a shitty ending, obviously, like, if we love a movie, we can watch it 1,000 times, even though we know how it ends, right? But if you watch a movie and it has a shitty ending, you're not going to want to keep watching that movie knowing that it ends shitty, right? Like,
exactly.
Why do you want to keep putting yourself through that? And so, that's kind of how I felt. Like, okay, I just feel like no matter what the talent was around us, around him, that we know Jimmy's story, right? Like, I don't care. Oh, he was playing the best he's played, yada, yada, yada. Like, I don't buy that. I think he was distributing the ball into the hands of the playmakers like he should. And he was playing mistake-free football. Like, that's what a game manager is supposed to do. Like, that's what he should have been doing this whole time. Was he playing so wonderful, so fabulous that he's going to lead us to the Super Bowl? I don't think so. Like, I wasn't a believer in that. But something changed, when I was watching football this Sunday. I got ready for the game and I was so excited to watch 49ers football again. And whether it was, okay, well, we don't know what it's going to be with Purdy. He could have went out there and laid an egg. He could have went out there and he was the first rookie quarterback to ever start and win against Tom Brady. So was very likely that he could have went out there and sucked, right? Like, so it wasn't just about that, but it was about the unknown, that maybe we have something, maybe we don't know what it is, right? Like, and when he was playing, like, he plays with this excitement. Like, it's not just, oh, I'm going to stand there. Okay. Twinkle toes. Okay. Take a sack. okay, I'm going to stand there, twinkle toes, dump it off 2 yards. Like, okay, pass it to, give it to the running back. Okay, like the same shit. Like we already know what's coming. Like I feel like me and you can go out there and call the game because we already knew what was going to be coming. Like, you know, and I just feel like with Purdy, there's just some excitement. Like he's going out there putting juke moves on people, you know, like throwing the ball, even though he's getting splattered like 2.5 seconds later. Like, you know, like it was just so exciting. So before we like, you know, fully jump into the game, just like, what are your overall thoughts with the way this team is kind of humming, rolling, you know, the way the Purdy factor has kind of taken on this team and fan base?
It's funny. Yeah, he looks way better than what I think any of us would have ever thought out there, first and foremost. But you know, first and foremost, let me give a shout out to Brian Greasy first and for you know, because if you know, Jimmy, you're absolutely right. Like I don't think he was doing anything special, but I think he was playing like the game manager that we finally have wanted him to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, I look at it as like, you know, like did he get better? I don't know. But at the same time, I do know like he was, you know, he was not turning the ball over and he was just giving it to our weapons. Like he was just seeing how, you know, he was seeing the open weapon and giving it to whoever was open. So and I think that's more of a reason why, you know, like I feel like, you know, the emergence of Brandon Ayuk helped, you know, of course, the putting Christian McCaffrey on this team is amazing. So yeah, I'm not taking anything from Purdy or nothing like that. Like you know, the dude has done a bang up job, and you know, if he keeps playing the way he is, I'm not sure that we wouldn't lose another game if he continues this, you know, and he gets better every week. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. This offense just looks a lot more comfortable for some reason, which is crazy because we have you know we have probably the quarterback who knows the playbook the least on this team. You know, even probably you know less than Trey, less than Jimmy, obviously for being there for so long. But the man just out there playing. He's not playing scared. He's just slinging it. Like he's seeing the open receiver, the open weapon, and he's letting the ball fly. And that's all we need. Just don't mess it up. And then you see some. Like I said, we have so many weapons. Somebody's going to be open. So as long as you see the field, and I think Brian Greasy is showing them, you know, when they're watching the film, how things are being executed on the field. Like he's like, look, when Ayuk does this, he's open. When McCaffrey does this, he's open. So just let the ball fly. I
Yeah.
mean, what was impressive for me was when Ayuk and that dude, his route running is so filthy. His route running is nasty.
Yeah.
But when he put the move on that corner, and as soon as the corner was beat, the ball was already gone. Like he threw the ball. He didn't hesitate. He didn't wait for the throw it. He threw it, even though it took a little. Like to me, I felt like it took a little long to get there. But the fact that he let it fly before, you know, after the move was made. So yeah, this offense does look a lot more impressive. Go Purdy, he's doing his thing. And as a dad, I just love to see his dad in the stands, you know, with tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, the fact that, you know, his son was Mr. Irrelevant, you know, going through all this stuff and now, you know, being Mr. Irrelevant and now starting on a Super Bowl caliber team and then the job he did out there, like that's impressive. So I love to see it as a parent, you know, for your kid to go through adversity and then go out there and light it up like that. You know, so yeah, but you're right. Like it has been boring. We always sit there and we're always sitting here like, man, like when is this offense going to click? When is this offense going to score points? And the fact that we had 28 points at halftime was just
Yeah.
very impressive. So
Yeah, like when seriously, it was like almost halftime, right? And I'm like looked up and I'm like, did I like lose like a lot of time? Like I know I went out and smoked, but man, like I feel like I thought the game should have been about to be over, like with that score. Like I couldn't believe we were just going into halftime and the score was what it was because I'm not used to seeing that, you know?
exactly.
So for little things about Purdy, so he had 134 passer rating in week 14. That was the highest among all quarterbacks. And then let me see, what was the other thing? That's some other stat here. Oh, so the 134 passer rating was the 6th highest for a rookie quarterback making their first start since 1970. So, yeah, he has this great team around him, but he's going out there and performing and doing things that obviously, other quarterbacks aren't doing. And in his first start, like, I don't think we could be asking for much more from the kid. Like, to go out there and the way he's playing poised and like looking like a vet out there. I had seen who was it? The RG3, I think, had posted that, like, that Brock Purdy was out there looking like a vet. And that's
Hmm.
another quarterback, a quarterback that's played in the NFL, saying
Hmm.
that about somebody. They're not just going to be saying that about, freaking McCorkle Jones if, like,
Yeah.
like, I feel like, he ain't just going to be saying that shit if it's not really true. Um, and then Brock Purdy, under pressure of this in this game, he was 7 for 8 with 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a perfect passer rating of 158.3.
Hmm.
So, and I feel like, I kind of talked about this a little on the instant reaction show, is like, especially that juke move, like that was my favorite play of the game. When he's able to just juke that defender, you got this big ass dude chasing down at you, and you're able to make, like, we always talk about this, like, football players, if they're able to make a split-second decision and be able to turn to go this way or stop their body from falling on somebody, or be able,
Hmm.
just how they're able to react so fast. And he was able to react and do all this stuff and then still be able to get the ball away and make a play as he's moving up away, like on the run. And it's just like stuff like that. Normally I'd be like, okay, well, here comes a sack. All right, well, Jimmy's going to get rid
Hmm.
of the ball. Like, Jimmy's going to get fumble. Jimmy's going to get sacked. Jimmy, like, I'm never expecting Jimmy to get out of those plays, and I
Hmm.
think that obviously that was something that we all liked about Trey Lance, is he was able to extend the plays, right? Like, he's able to
Yeah.
move around in the pocket. He's able to roll out if he needs to. He's able to run away. Like, and we're seeing that same stuff from Purdy. So I think that's really
Yeah.
awesome. And nobody looks at him and thinks, oh, he's this mobile quarterback, or he's this,
No, not
and
at
he's so
all.
little, and
It's like
like, it's
six
like,
one, isn't he?
yeah, and
Yeah.
he looks so little compared to all the other guys out there, like
Hmm.
him standing next to Trent, like, oh my gosh, like Trent's
Yeah.
like 6 people compared to him.
Yeah.
So I just love it. I think it's exciting. I think his story is awesome, and obviously we don't, it's such a still small sample size, but
Yeah.
like what we
Yeah.
talked about, like he has all these stars, like just go out there, distribute the ball,
That's it.
which he's doing. He's spreading the ball around, and now Debo's going to be out. So I'm interested to
And
see.
and he's spreading it around. Like, he's not just throwing over the middle. He's throwing it to the sidelines. He's throwing outside the numbers.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned on the instant reaction show, like, the fact that, and this is not a knock, but it's funny to me. It's just crazy how our offense has been boring, and this is just a perfect example. The fact that Brock Purdy in 2 games has more 30-yard passes, 30 air yard passes than Jimmy in all season is crazy to me. He
Yeah.
has two in 2 games, and Jimmy has a pass with 30 yards for 30 air yards just once, and that was against I think in Mexico City against Arizona when he threw it to Ross Dwelly. So other than that, I mean, him and Christian McCaffrey are tied for air yards because Christian McCaffrey threw that long bomb
Yeah.
to Debo
That's
or whatever. So
crazy.
that's just crazy to me how, like, starting NFL quarterback, only has 1 yard, one throw over 30 yards in, like, in 13 weeks. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I mean, so the thing that you can't, like, you can teach, you can train somebody to be stronger, you can train somebody to be faster, but you can't teach poise and instincts. Like, that's just something that you either have or you don't. And I feel like this kid just has it. Yeah, he's not the most gifted guy as far as arm strength and size and stuff, but sometimes those things make up for things on the field if you have the smarts and the IQ and stuff like that. So yeah, it's crazy to me. Like, like you said, the fact that he juked that lineman, like, out of his shoes, like, he made a perfect move and got the ball out. He didn't throw it, he didn't throw it away. He threw it to the open man. So yeah, I mean, the kid is looking very good out there. I'm excited for him. I'm happy for him. We still keep talking about everybody still keeps bringing up the Trey Lance situation, stuff like that. Look, if Brock Purdy comes out and he helps us win a Super Bowl, I definitely believe that there should be open competition. Like, you
Yeah.
don't sit there and just be like, and I'm a huge Trey fan, huge. Like, but you have to go, what's best for the team at this point, and I just truly believe, like I've mentioned before, like, yeah, Brock Purdy right now is more poised. He commands the offense a little bit more clean, I guess you can say, than Trey. Although I still say the game plan is not the same. You
Exactly.
can see two different game plan, but the way that he runs his offense, I think that Kyle Shanahan is just comfortable with how he uses quarterbacks who ain't really mobile, I guess you can say. You know what I mean? But yeah, if there's open competition, that's a good problem to have. You know.
Yeah. I saw a couple people joined us. Tia, what's up, sis? Eric, what's up? Thank you. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate Beto letting you guys know. Gav, how you been? My friend from the Pighead. He's from Wales. Platform 246, what's up, brother? Make sure if you guys aren't subscribed to him that you go do so. He's another brother from Vegas. So, we got to support our Vegas fam. I'm hoping that him and his sons can come for our event on the 1st.
Oh,
We
okay.
always want
Yeah,
to be at
kids
the
are
Vegas
allowed. So
Faithful. Yeah, that's why I asked you, because it was for
yeah,
him.
kids are allowed. Yeah. Did you see the menu that I sent?
You sent it
Oh,
to me?
okay. I sent it to you on Twitter. Yeah. I
Oh,
know.
okay. I'll have to check.
I know there's a lot of stuff that comes on, so it's hard to see everything. But yeah.
And then everybody that's joined, I'm trying to get through the list, see if I missed anybody. You guys are so awesome. You keep this chat going. Steve-O, what's up, Steve-O? Tony Montana, I see you.
Tony Montana.
Yeah, so those that have joined, we're in the middle of a giveaway for a CMC card. So scroll up and check and see what numbers have been entered so that you don't have any duplicates, but get your numbers in for the giveaway 1 through 100. We'll draw the winner for the CMC card shortly. So good luck, everybody. So yeah, just getting into the game then, our defense, obviously they're so amazing. I wish that somehow we could get every person on this team, on this defense, voted to the Pro Bowl. That's
Yeah.
how good, because you like that. There's so many good players that they're just not going to get the shine, everything that they deserve for as well as they're really playing. Tom Brady, I think, going into this game had only 2 interceptions. So and we know, from years and years of watching Tom Brady, he's not one that throws picks, So to get coming out of this game with 2 picks on him, that's crazy. And hats off to Dre Greenlaw to see him after the game. You pick off the go all week. He talked about that. I just want to get a ball from Tom Brady. I just want to get a ball from Tom Brady. I don't care if it's a forced fumble, if it's an INT. Every interview he said that. And so for him to get an interception in that game and then have the balls to take a Sharpie and go to the man that normally we see him lose after games, and the other quarterback's out in the middle of the field looking for him, and he goes right to the locker room, doesn't even go out there to shake the other quarterback's hands and shit. He's such a terrible, poor sport most of the time. So Greenlaw goes up to him and asks him to sign the ball that he intercepted. And Tom Brady did it. I thought that was really awesome.
Let's be awesome. Let's be honest here, though. Deep down, the man's a Niners fan.
Yeah.
He has it
Did
in
you
his
see
heart.
the pictures that when he was walking through the hallways and stuff, he was taking pictures of the stuff that's on the walls in the back of Levi's, where Montana's stuff is and whatever.
Yeah, deep down, that man's a diehard 49ers. So that's probably why he wasn't like tripping like that, or just like, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and sign the players ball, whatever. That's funny.
So yeah, Tom Brady was 34-55 for 253 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Their leading rusher only had 56 yards, and Fournette then had 13 yards, and that's all they're rushing. And their leading receiver only had 54 yards. So this defense is just playing phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, like we had talked about all this time with Purdy, he's able to go out there, take care of business, get the ball where it needs to go, and the playmakers are making plays. At the end of the day, that's what we need, our playmakers to make plays. So yeah, what are your whole thoughts on the game? Whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it a lot when we had the instant reaction show. And shout out to everybody who joined us that day, like Brian Cole, Swan, JB, Ty. It was an awesome show, Denise. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, let's just keep this ball rolling. This offense is clicking, like you said. It just feels different, and which is funny because you would think the players would be sitting there kind of I mean, I know they're professionals, so they're gonna keep it moving, but I feel like the energy hasn't risen in that locker room. Like nobody's sitting there down in the dumps, like, oh man, like it's still a rookie, and what are we gonna do? And whatever the case may be, but everybody's talking good about him. Everybody's talking about how he has command of the huddle. He's in there he's cussing receivers out when they run the wrong routes, and like I can respect that. Like the fact that he's not scared to be like, look, like I'm the quarterback. Yeah, I wasn't the starter, but now I am. So this is what needs to happen for us to win. You know what I mean? So I can't be mad at that. Like I like a alpha leader. You know what I mean? Not these
Mhm.
little beta males that are like timid and don't want to do stuff like that. The fact that he's in there like, hey, look, you screwed up, but then at the same time ain't scared to take his own accountability. That's what I like about what Brock Purdy's doing with this roster. And like I said, doesn't have all the tools, like, as far as like to be like not the best athlete, doesn't have the biggest arm, but it's that stuff right there. I feel like for any position on the field, sometimes IQ and instincts make up for everything. It's kind of like the Hafunga thing. Everybody was
Yep.
like, "Oh, I'm worried about his speed and this don't have all the intangibles like as you would want, but he makes the play, and that's all you ask for." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I love it. Let's keep it let's keep it pushing.
Yep. Bebop, enter a new number because T already picked 80. So real quick, I'll draw that winner in a few seconds, but give you
Mhm.
a chance to. I want to shout out real quick. Let me turn on my light so I can do it some justice here. Shout out to Miss Debbie. I tell you guys all the time, she's the best. She really is the best. So, living in Vegas, we obviously just don't get 49ers stuff in our Walmarts and Costco and everything like y'all do living in the Bay, right? And I've been trying to get this new gold bar bottle that's been out with the catch on it. And shipping over here is like more than what the bottle even costs. So, I I obviously don't have a job, so I can't afford to pay like some $50 shipping. So Miss Debbie had seen that I had been looking for them, and she had told me, "Oh, I have a package headed your way. Merry Christmas." And when I opened it, it had both of these bottles in there.
Nice.
So the 75th anniversary bottle and the catch bottle. So shout out to you, Miss Debbie. You really are the best. I appreciate you. God blesses me with angels in my life, and you are one of them. So, I truly appreciate you, sis. She's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's super cool. I
All
still
right,
have my
let's pick
bottle.
this.
I still have my 75th anniversary bottle in my room, still wrapped in plastic. And I said, I'm not taking a shot of that. Not even gonna open it until we win number 6.
Yeah, I have one of the
Yeah.
75th already, and that's what I said about that one too.
Hmm.
So now that I have an extra 75th, maybe
Might open it.
no, I might give a giveaway.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe we'll give a raffle at our event or something. I'm
Oh,
sure it'll
that'd
come
be
to
cool.
one of you sooner or later.
Yeah.
Let me find my giveaway thingamajigger here. All right, everybody got your numbers in? This is for the CMC card. CMC, obviously, he doesn't have 49ers cards out yet, so I had to get Stanford cards because
Stanford,
the only other thing he has is Panthers, and I don't think
Carolina.
he wants that.
Yeah.
So good luck. And then remember, we still have the Diamador Lenore. If anybody gets the guess correct, it's exactly right. And we got Danny Gray waiting on deck, his auto waiting on deck. And I have another giveaway little hiding back here. But if somebody guesses this number exactly right, I'm not showing you what it is. You'll get that. It's a numbered card. So we'll see. Got all kinds of stuff happening over here. Let me turn my light down so you guys can see. 89. Good luck, good luck.
Alrighty. Let me
Let's
go back up here
see.
and take a look. I know somebody had 80 from what I saw.
Yeah,
Let me
Tia
see.
had 80.
Oh, is that who it was? Okay.
Let's see here.
What's the first number that you see pop up?
I don't know. I'm going from the bottom up.
Mm, Trying to wait to see. Okay, I think Tia was the first one to put a number in too. Let me
No, I see some way
see
behind her.
something for. Oh, okay.
I think Swan Bryant. I think Bryant was the first one
Oh, was it?
with 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing 80 being the highest. Yeah, I see 80 as well.
I told you when she won last episode, I said she's gonna be on streak again. Congrats, Tia. You get CMC. Let me get it packaged up here real quick. And then you guys can go ahead and start into your numbers for the next giveaway. I'll let you know what it is in a second, so we can get that going.
Swan in there cheating, putting 2 numbers.
Cheater. He's always cheating.
He's all 3 with no wait 5.
I send his giveaways to other people anyway, so it don't matter. All right, let's do. How about let's show Debo some love since he's out injured, and we'll do him with the matching CMC. All-American Debo Samuel.
South Carolina.
Good luck, everybody. All right, let's do our flowers of this game, and then we can get into the fun stuff with Seattle. I'm gonna start, obviously, with Dre Greenlaw to lead the team. 15 tackles, interception, and a Brady's autograph. Yeah, I mean, he's playing unbelievable. To have, I had saved this. Let me see this rank of the linebackers. So highest graded linebackers in 2022 right now. Bobby Wagner leads at number 1. Dre Greenlaw is number 2. And then Fred Warner is number 7. So to have 2 linebackers graded in the top 10.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I had wrote this question down to ask you.
Okay.
And it has to do with the linebackers.
Okay.
The way Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner are playing, I had said, I believe on Pete's show, that we haven't seen a combo like this, obviously, since Willis and Bowman. Do you believe these 2 are at that level, or will be there close?
Soon? Not even close. No, not even close. I'd have to see it for more consecutive years together. Like, yeah, no. Like if they play like this again next year together, I would give them more flowers and say, yeah, they're getting closer. But as of now, no. Those 2, Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, were just amazing duo. Like, yeah. So that's my answer.
Okay. What's up, Avion? Everybody that's just now entering, make sure you guys get your numbers in. We're doing a giveaway for a Debo Samuel card right now. Who gets your flowers?
I'm gonna give it to Tyshawn Gibson. I like the way he played. I mean, I don't know if he had the first or the second interception. I think he had the first one, huh? Right? Yeah, I think he had the first interception. Yeah. He had the first interception. Like, he's been playing well. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Gibson. I know everybody's, even me, like, I've been clamoring for, like, man, like, it sucks that Jimmy Ward, has to play out of position playing nickel, which he's playing better now, though. Like, he's playing way better at the nickel. But I just thought, like, man, like, that sucks. But Tyshawn Gibson is doing his thing back there. Like, I can't knock him back there. So yeah, he gets my flowers for defense.
Eric, what team are you a fan of? He says y'all have a talented squad, so I'm guessing he's not a 49ers fan.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you being here even more, that you're listening to us talk about 49ers, and you're not even a 49ers fan. So hats off to you. Second, I'm going with CMC. I think that this is the best, like, rushing game that we have seen from him since he's been with us. Like, he just seemed like it's just a matter of time, like, people are getting him tackled as he's about to break off, they're like grabbing onto his shoelaces and shit, like, to tackle him, like, it's only a matter of time where he's going to break one off. And I feel like he's getting more comfortable in the system. Kyle's getting more comfortable, drawing up plays for his skill set. And Yeah, he had 14 rushes for 119 yards, 8.5 yards a rush. Like, that's freaking unbelievable. And a touchdown. And then he had 2 receptions for 34 yards and a touchdown. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I mean, he's great. Like, I mean, we
Yeah.
already knew, like, he's a Pro Bowl freaking running back. And I think, I mean, to see him come in those first couple games he was with us to have such a huge impact, and I think it's
Hmm.
kind of fallen off a little bit since. But I've always figured he's played for one team his entire career, his
Hmm.
entire NFL career. He moved across the entire United States, has to learn all these new teammates, new playbook. We know how Kyle's playbook is.
Yeah.
We know how
Complicated. Yeah.
Kyle is, you know. So that's a lot for somebody to do in the middle of a season. He's played on a piece of crap team most of his career, so now you're coming to play for a team that's actually in the hunt, that's actually has
Hmm.
something to play for. Like, I think we're just going to see him get better and better in this system, and just in the perfect time for us to head into the playoffs.
Yeah. And I think what's helping the run game too is that we're throwing the ball deep. Like you have to keep, you can't just stack the box anymore. And it's no, to me, it's no surprise that he had the game he did because Brock Purdy, him throwing it deep to Ayuk. I think because he threw that touchdown to Ayuk before we went into halftime. Remember,
Yep.
so he had that one, then he had the one to Christian McCaffrey, both over the sidelines and stuff. So it's like okay, so then Tampa Bay is like okay, we have to respect this kid because he will throw it deep on us. So you can't really stack the box. So I think that's what the issue was, with Jimmy because he was a over the middle guy and like screens and slants and stuff like that. But now Brock Purdy's keeping the defense more honest. So I think this run game will probably end up being better going forward because he stretches the field a lot better than Jimmy did.
Yep, I agree.
Hmm.
You have any more flowers, or you're done?
No, I mean you pretty much just took it. I mean I feel like on offense you can really, to me it was only really two people. It was Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey, like who did
Yep,
their
and I
thing,
had both
and you had
written
both
down.
of them. So yeah, so it's just pretty much a thing. But like the defense, you can pretty much say you can probably name like 4 or 5 guys who could have who earned it. Like Eric Armstead, he does this thing too. Like he's, with the injuries we have in the middle, he's doing this thing by taking on the two blockers and stuff like that. Like it doesn't, you know, you don't have to give people flowers because of what it says on the stat sheet. Like the impact of the game is what I look at and the flowers that people get. So yeah, you can give it to Armstead as well on defense. But yeah, that's all the flowers I got.
Alrighty. So Eric says he's a Seahawks fan.
I saw that. Yeah.
So definitely we appreciate you being here. We're about to get into some Seahawks talk right now. Um, and I've seen, a lot of I'm tagged in some posts or whatever on Twitter, and then I saw some Seahawks fans came and started trouble. They're fighting with the the original tweeter. And
Yeah.
I'm just like I don't know. Like normally this thing just keeps selecting comments on its own. It's crazy. Um, Normally, like, I hate playing the Seahawks the most, and usually most of their fans like are just the worst to me. Like, I know a lot of older fans think Cowboys and whatever, but most of
Hmm.
the Cowboys fans I know, like, I'm cool with, like, like we haven't had no back and forth with them in so long that I feel like
Yeah.
that's just kind of like fizzled out to me. But the Seahawks, like, them throwing shit at Bowman when he got hurt, like that's something I can never forget.
Never.
That's something that like I had tears running down my eyes when that happened because I was so pissed off. And I just feel like, most Seahawks fans, besides Eric, are just such assholes. Like I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's because it always rains up there. Like they're
Hmm.
just grumpy. I don't know what it is, but um but like right now, like I'm actually, if the Seahawks weren't obviously in our division or whatever, like I could actually watch them play and be like, I'm surprised and whatever for what they have going on. Like to see Geno come out and play the way he's played after, everything he's been through, like such a crazy career that he's had. To see them like this thing really just picks whatever comments. Like this is crazy. What is going on? Somebody else controlling my shit. Um, to see them trade away, you know, their franchise quarterback, and everybody thought they were freaking crazy to do it. And they get all these picks back, and Russell goes over there and plays like complete dog crap.
Oh
So
my
Seattle's
God.
looking like they completely killed that freaking, you know, trade. Like, man. And now they're going to be able to restock and reload that team after just they had a hell of a draft, you know, this past draft.
Yeah,
Like,
they did.
you know, they picked up great talent for the defense, you know, the great running back.
Got
Like,
Kenneth Walker. Yeah, he's
yeah,
like top 5 to me in my eyes. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
so, like,
fucking
I really
balling.
feel like they're on their way up, you know,
Yeah.
like, I think most people went into the season, if you weren't a Seahawks fan and you were expecting them to only win a couple games, right? Like, you know, at the beginning, like, that was the biggest joke, you know, going into the season. Like, the Seahawks are really gonna be starting freaking Geno Smith or Drew Lock. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? You know, like, everybody was so sure they were gonna trade for a veteran quarterback or try to
Yeah.
get somebody else, right? And Geno's come in, and I know we always
Well,
talk about, oh, his I didn't write back thing, but like he's really come in and didn't write back. Like, you know, like that's all you can really say. Like he's come
Yeah.
in and looked great, you know. I
Yeah, to
think
give that man
they've
his
kind of
props.
slowed down a little bit, you know, lately.
Yeah.
But they've had
They
a lot of injuries too
I'm
and
about to
shit.
say they've
So
had some injuries and stuff too, but for them to be what 7-5 or whatever they are right now, 8-6 or whatever, for them to be like that, everybody was already crowning them to be last place in the NFC West, and the fact that they're second, I had to give Pete Carroll his props. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like he's doing more, which everybody thought he had less. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's rejuvenated Geno Smith's career, like he looks good out there. I had to give that man his props. Doesn't hurt that he has some weapons. Like you said, they had a great draft and getting Kenneth Walker. They got that rookie corner who they drafted like late, who's out there balling, who might make the
Michael
Pro Bowl.
um,
I forgot his
Michael
name.
Jackson, and they
Yeah,
have Kobe Bryant.
yeah,
They
they
got
got
all
some.
the late stars on that team.
Yeah, yeah, they got some players. I gotta the thing about Pete Carroll will say like he's kind of like us in a way where he finds a lot of talent late. Like he'll get these late draft picks and turn them into like Pro Bowlers and stuff like that. So yeah, like he doesn't always hit on the top of the draft, but he's been doing good. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. It's still a division game, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, one. Um, See you, Tanya. Appreciate you stopping in. Be safe out there shopping. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, Kobe Bryant is fire.
He is.
Yeah, that's what I'm like if I didn't have all this hate for the Seahawk fans, you know, and everything that we've been through, and like I said, this team wasn't in the same division as us. Like I'm a football fan, you know,
Yeah, for
overall. So
sure.
like I would enjoy watching them play just because, you know, it's like exciting. Like they don't have all these, you know, obviously they have a couple good wide receivers and, you know, all that, but it's not like they're a star-studded team, you know,
No,
full of all these big names like us, you know, like us, yeah, you're going to put on the game expecting that the 49ers are supposed to do well, you know. The
exactly.
the Seahawks, you're turning on the game expecting it to be like, oh, whatever, and then they surprise you because they're actually out there doing shit, you know,
Hmm.
like they're actually out there balling. Um, so we had talked about something last night on Pete's show, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it, and then we'll go ahead
Okay.
and draw this winner and get into the Seahawks game more in depth. Um, with Debo being out, I wanted to know your thoughts on who benefits the most. So who's going to step up and, you know, take Debo's snaps, Debo's, you know, the calls that normally go to Debo. And then who benefits the most from Brock Purdy being quarterback over Jimmy Garoppolo? And Faithful, make sure you got your numbers in. We're going to
The
draw this winner.
well, obviously it's not up to me, but if it was up to me, I would put CMC at wide receiver. Him and Ayuk, and then put Jawan Jennings. He can stay in the slot, or you can even put Jawan outside. But I don't know how good Jawan is outside. But I would definitely use CMC more as a receiver. But I think the benefit would more go to Jordan Mason. Like I think Jordan Mason, to me, with Debo being out, should get no less than like 15 carries. I'd give that man some carries. Of course, you're going to give Christian McCaffrey his, and he's is going to do his thing. But I feel like Christian McCaffrey should be used as a receiver because I feel like using him as a receiver, you can use more. You can do more shuffling of your players, like putting him in the slot, putting Danny Gray outside sometimes. so he can take the top off the defense, just stuff like that. And Ray McLeod can be used. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be, but how I think Kyle's gonna use it, I don't think nothing's really gonna change much. But I think Jordan Mason, to me, will get the most benefits because I feel like he's going to get at late, and I don't think it's going to be late carries. I think he's going to get some early down carries,
He needs to.
early quarter carries that he needs to. So I'm thinking he gets anywhere between 10 to 15 carries tomorrow. So I feel like he'll benefit from that.
Yeah, I think it'll be, what did I say? Yeah, I think Danny Gray, we're actually going to see him. And I said he would benefit the most because prior to Purdy being on the field with Jimmy Garoppolo, we didn't see nothing, zero. So from being zero, right? And even if you get 5 snaps, like that's a lot more than what he's been getting sitting on the bench or not even getting dressed.
Yeah.
So to see Danny Gray finally get in the game and get his first catch, like that's all, like get it out of the way, so you can get in there, like it's done, it's over with, like
Yeah.
I feel like it was almost starting to be like something maybe that was going to get to him mental because he kept getting in there and would drop the ball or the catch would go over his head or, like it would be too short, whatever the reason were, like he couldn't get the freaking ball caught. So at least he finally got his first catch. And I just feel like Jimmy, we know he couldn't throw the deep ball, and he wouldn't, if he could, he wouldn't even try it, most of the time. So we saw Danny Gray, like their first game they played together, something happened, and it's like we never saw Danny Gray again.
Yeah.
He went in Jimmy's doghouse, and that was it. Now Jimmy's off, not off the team, but out of there.
Yeah, he's out of
and
there,
all of a sudden, Danny Gray found his way out of the doghouse. Like, wow, what a miracle! So I think we're going to actually see Danny Gray used. Kyle Shanahan talked about that and talked about him getting more opportunities. And then I think it'll be like a mixture of Ray and Jawan. I think we saw once Debo went out in this game, Ray was getting those, whatever passes from the back, the sweeps, whatever. Like he was getting the Debo, package. So now I don't know really how I feel about that because for one, we know Ray's a lot smaller than Debo.
Yes.
So Debo's getting hurt doing it. Number two, we know that Ray has or had a fumbling issue. So I feel like every time he has the ball in his hands, like I'm just nervous as could be.
Yeah.
Because I'm just waiting for him to get hit or whatever and that ball pop out. And that defenders know that, right? Like they know he's got a fumbling issue. So they're going to try to get that ball out even more because they know he has an issue with it. And I would like to see Jawan used more, use him more than just third down. Like, I feel like he has so much more to his game that's just not being used. So I would love to see him being used more. And then the benefits of Purdy, and I think we had seen this already. Kittle, his catches have been up since Purdy's been in there. And we know usually, a rookie, a young quarterback's best friend is their tight end.
Absolutely.
You can't make something happen, dump it off to the big guy, right? Like, and I think as long as we're not having to use Kittle to block, he's going to be out there and he's going to be relied on. And then obviously Ayuk, and that can go obviously with Debo being out, Ayuk's gonna have to step up. And with Purdy being in, I think Ayuk's gonna be the number one guy. It came out after the first week that Purdy had to fill in, before last week, that he went to Ayuk and was like, "Oh, I know I missed you on these few plays, blah, 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 my bad. I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna make sure I feed you." So when your quarterback is telling you, like, you're the guy I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to feed you, like, I'm expecting that Ayuk gets a lot more looks than Jimmy. Because we know Ayuk had never been a Jimmy guy. Never, like.
Until this year, I feel like,
but I mean, that was because that was his quarterback. I don't think Ayuk's never showed that he even likes Jimmy. The way he talks about Jimmy is completely different than how he talks about Trey and the way he talks about Brock. So yeah, I think that's gonna be. I hope too. Like we need to show that guy some love. Like, I feel so bad because Ayuk's constantly compared to these other quarterbacks, and I mean these other wide
Wide
receivers that went,
receivers.
went in that same draft as him, and all these other wide receivers that have great quarterbacks they've been playing with, and Ayuk's just been playing with, we know.
Yeah.
We know what he's been playing with, so yeah. All right, let's draw the winner for this, and then we'll get into the Seahawks game. So good luck, everybody. Let me see. I think I saw somebody sneak in here. Maybe not.
No, I don't see anybody new.
All right. Let's draw the winner.
52.
52.
Just talking about Patrick Willis not too long ago. Let me see.
This is for the Debo card. $65, $58.
Yeah, let me see. Trying to see if I see another.
52.
Is that what he really put, or
well, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, because he put 80 before that. No, 89. Did somebody else select those already? You guys can't be guessing 35 different guesses.
Yeah, he put 42 on there.
Oh yeah, 42 is his first number. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not winning it. It's too much. Too much guesses that you're trying to mess up stuff. So who was it then?
I see the 58 was the closest.
Oh, Cowboy Angel has 57.
Oh, 57. Okay. I didn't see that. Let me see.
When was that from? Was that from the last giveaway?
But I seen the 49 too, though. Hold on.
No, that was her last. That was Bebop's last pick was 57. We're up too far now.
No, that Steve-O guy I think put 49. I'm trying to find it though. Do you see a 49 from Steve-O?
I thought so.
All right, make sure
we're getting it, guys. We just don't want to be getting
this right.
This is what happens when we have people that put in 30 different numbers.
Yeah.
So from now on, the first number you guys put is the first number you guys are going with. We can't have you guys changing the numbers. You're going to be disqualified because look at all this trouble that it's causing because you enter 6 different numbers in there. Like we already have to scroll up through all these freaking comments. Like we're trying to do nice shit for you guys. The least you guys can do is cooperate nicely. I did see a 49, but I don't remember. I don't know if it was this one or now, the last one. 13.
Yeah. I don't see it 49. If you want to look real quick, but I don't see it. I thought I saw it, but maybe I was tripping.
Steve said he had 49 too.
Yeah, see.
I'll find it, Steve, because I thought that I saw you say that too. All right, but go ahead. You can get into the Seahawks game while I do this, so we don't have these people sitting here.
Yeah, listening to us breathe. So Seahawks game. I'm looking forward to, it being have as when Kyle's been the coach. Have we ever swept the Seahawks? No, huh?
I don't think so. I mean, they've had our number for a while now.
Yeah, so hopefully, this is the first time that we actually can be able to sweep them, and then if we sweep them, we'll be that much closer to be able to sweep our division. Because we're two games away. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough game because we beat the brakes off them in week 2, and I know they're probably pissed about that. I feel like Pete Carroll. He usually likes to get up for these games. You know what I mean? I just feel like like the Niners is like the ones he circles on his calendar. So, and we're
Yeah,
playing in their home. So, right? Yeah, we're playing in Seattle. What's the weather supposed to be like? Do you know?
I have no idea.
No idea. So I don't know. I just think just same game plan as last week. I think they're terrible against the run too. You know what I mean? I think they're horrendous against the run. So that's why I'm hoping to see a lot of Jordan Mason. I wouldn't even be, I hope they see all our running backs. To be honest, I want to see some Jordan Mason. I want to see some TDP if possible, which he probably won't be activated. It'll probably be Tevin Coleman. But yeah, if we can just run the ball down their throats, if Purdy can give us kind of the same thing, 200 yards and 2 touchdowns with no turnovers. However, I do think he's gonna have a turnover in this game just because, I mean, we got saved a couple of times last week, you know what I mean, on Sunday.
Mhm.
He had an interception, but there was like a holding call, and then we had that blunder where, I think it was Hufunga who got beat, you know what I mean, and Mike Evans was wide open. So um I don't know. I think Travarius Ward, he takes care of DK Metcalf pretty well. And then we have Tyler Lockett where Demo's been playing well. So um if I had to say what the score is going to be, I don't think it's, well, I don't know. I want to say maybe a blowout, but the spread right now is -3.5. So I think we beat that spread. I know it's a little lower because Debo's out, but I'm gonna say that we win this game, and I'm gonna say for my score prediction. Oh, so Steve will say 54 degrees, a high winds of 7 miles per hour wind. So that's not bad then. So in saying that, I'm gonna say 49ers 30, Seattle 17.
30-17.
30-17, yeah.
I
And
can't
yes, I
find.
know we have a great defense. Yes, Seattle might be able to put 17 on us before somebody says something. You can't find Steve-O?
No, I don't know if that was for the first drawing because I'm not seeing that for the second drawing.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, then
Because I see right here where Tia won the first drawing and everybody starts entering their numbers.
Oh, okay.
Because here they're saying congrats. That's at 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, we'll do this for now.
yeah,
We'll give it to
Steve-O's
50.
is at 4:22. He puts 49. Duh. LOL. That was for the first drawing.
Oh, for the first draw. Okay. He only put
So
one
I'm
number
not
total for
seeing
the
that
first
he has
drawing. Okay.
49 for the
Well,
second drawing.
he just kind of confirmed. He said I only put one number total. So I think he did it for the first
Okay, so
drawing.
that was for the first drawing. So let me
Yeah.
find out then who the real winner of this one is. Jeez, this is the hardest, freaking most complicated drawing that we've had yet. A year and a half worth of shows. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. David McNew said he can't find it either. Thank you for checking for us.
Thank you. I think 58. Was there one closer?
There's a 58 and a 57, huh?
Oh, there's a 57 too?
Yeah, I saw 57, I think. Here we go again.
You guys can go ahead and start
I'll,
entering your score predictions.
yeah, so I'll look if you want to talk about if you want to give your thoughts on the game, and then I'll take over looking.
I just need to make sure it's not 57 because I didn't see that.
Mhm.
I see 58, and I don't see any even in the 50s.
Okay.
Unless it was way after. Yeah, I don't see no 57.
Cowboy Angel said she had 57. Dang, Bryant, 29-3, huh? Interesting.
I have Cowboy Angel with 11. This is for the second drawing, guys. If you enter a number for the first drawing, like that, don't carry over to the second one. I have the winner called at 4:30 and the new numbers going in at 4:30. Starting with Gab with 19. Yeah. So if it wasn't after that, then your number ain't counting for this freaking giveaway. So the closest I can see is platform 246.
Okay, cool.
With 58.
I'll tell you guys this. I'll go back through the chat, and if I see anything different, I'll send you guys something else. If you were the true winner, I'll send it and I'll reach out. Cowboy Angel old number.
Yeah, because David's saying 57 is the winner too, but where is that then? Because if you can give me the time then that you said, I see you picking 11 as your most recent one.
Tony, I would love to because I love me some Ronnie Lott, but it's not happening.
427. That's when you guessed 57. That was during the first drawing.
That's the first
I
drawing.
picked the winner for that at 4:30.
Yep. So yeah, we're going with
and then
platform.
You guessed 11 after that. Oh my goodness. You guys are not on board today. Let me tell you. So platform,
we can't be perfect.
Congrats.
We can't be perfect all the time, I guess. And you got the Bills fan in here putting like 8 different numbers.
All right. Congrats, my Vegas brother. All right. So let me see now. We got these damn score predictions coming in. Let's see if I can get caught up.
Yeah. First score prediction I saw was Bryant Cope with 29-3.
And last week's score prediction, we had a tie between Melissa and David. They had both guessed 31-13. They were the closest.
Oh, nice.
So I have some goodies being packaged up for them. So make sure you get your score predictions in. Can win something good. Steve-O, 29-12. I think we're all looking like on similar board here so far.
Yeah.
30-13. Wolf, 27-13.
I like our schedule for the remainder of the season. I think the game I'm worried about most are the Commanders.
Yeah, we had talked about that last night. If we could, win out the rest of our schedule, and I said, if not, if we go 3-1, it'll be the Commanders that I'm the most worried about.
Mm-hmm.
That's my bottle. I ain't doing no drawing for the bottle. I just got that bottle. What you talking about?
I think he's talking about the 75-year anniversary one, not the raffle you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a while from now. That ain't nothing anytime soon. And if we do give it away at the event, that'll be on January 1st at our Vegas event.
Mm-hmm.
It won't just be a Twitter channel giveaway. 24-12, Chrissy. Swan, 30-10. Tia,
Commanders. Chrissy said Commanders. I hate that name.
I know.
It's so
bad. I would rather than stay with football team.
I still slip sometimes and say the Redskins.
Well, yeah, I mean, after you call something your entire life by that,
life, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with 34-9. My prediction. That's a prediction I already put on everybody else's channel, so that's the one I'm sticking with.
Yeah.
I think that we know how the first game went, obviously. The most thing that I'm worried about the most with this game, and it doesn't have to do with their quarterback, doesn't have to do with the gum chomping coach, with their players, with nothing. It has to do with more the 12s than anything else. For us to have, a rookie quarterback in his second start going to play in that environment. You know,
Mhm.
he's still trying to get used to, and so is Kyle, the same, giving calls and taking calls through the headset with each other. He's still learning to then give the call to the huddle, you know, and go out there and then perform. And when you're doing that in a place that you can't hear anything, like you can't even hear yourself breathe, think, freaking nothing, you know, that makes it a lot more difficult.
It does.
We've seen him poised under pressure, you know, poised, getting hit by a 300-pound guy right in his face. Like, I think this will be obviously his biggest test up until this point. Can you go out there and be able to do what you need to do when you have a stadium that's freaking rocking the way that that place does? You
Yeah.
know, like, I got to give it up. Like, you know, people say obviously Kansas City stadium's loud. Like, I don't see a louder stadium that when we go to, it's that one, you know, like
Mhm.
to have like an actual home field advantage because your stadium gets so freaking loud. Like, I wish we could have that, you know, like that's something, you know, you can't just take for granted. Like that makes a huge difference. We've seen quarterbacks go up there and have a hell of a time trying to play in that atmosphere. And these are quarterbacks that have been starting for years already, you know,
Mhm.
and now we have a rookie, you know, that doesn't have much NFL experience and we're sending him into there. So, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I'm worried about is the
Okay.
stadium, the noise, and I think, you know, our defense is going to go there and make life miserable for Geno. And yeah, he can run, he can get away, but I don't think he's going to be able to run that fast.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think,
No.
you know, and then obviously, so let's look at the injuries real quick. You guys can go ahead and enter your numbers. We'll do another giveaway. If you enter more than one number, you're going to be disqualified from all the future giveaways. Not
Can
playing,
you
you know,
put him on lifetime punishment or what?
yeah. Like, I just had to spend 15 minutes of our live show searching through a fucking chat. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, we got to put this out on podcast, you know, stations, and 15 minutes of the show is just going to be dead silence. Like I'm not cool with that. Like, I try to go out of my way to like do great things for you guys, and you know, when you come in and then try to disrupt the show, like I'm not about that. Not about that whatsoever. So the injury report, it was nice to see because, you know, going into last week's game, Bosa hadn't practiced all week, right? Like, it was
Mhm.
still game time decision whether he was going to play or not. He ended up playing, but we were all worried because, okay, well, now we have a short week. If he couldn't practice
Yeah.
last week, you know, like, but he wasn't even on the practice report at all. He's not on the injury report. He practiced all week. So that's great sign there.
Yeah.
So Seattle had been without their running back, but he's off the injury report and will be available. So there's that. And then obviously for us, we have Jimmy Garoppolo out, Kevin Givens out, Tarvarius
Mhm.
Moore's out, Hassan Ridgeway, Debo Samuel, and Samuel Womack are all out. And then
Eh.
questionable, Kerry Hyder, Brock Purdy, and Ambry Thomas. So our D line's getting thinner and thinner by the day.
Yes, it is.
We finally get AA back, and then it's like they dropped like flies since.
So thin inside.
Thanks, Tia. See. All right, David. Thank you. I appreciate it. At 607, so 507 for us is when the first number.
Yeah, it was Steve-O with the number 13. I saw it this time.
Let me see. Joey Jenkins, welcome to the chat. I think this is first time seeing you. Appreciate you being here. 28-10. And then for those that have joined since I had made the announcement earlier, mystery envelope 3 to be entered into this giveaway after this show ends, after the live ends. In the comment section, just leave a comment there. And then next week when we do our live, I'll collect all the people's names from the comment section, and you guys will be all put onto a wheel to win this. There's 5 envelopes in total. Inside, there's a couple autographed cards. There's a patch card, jersey patch card, and then some numbered cards. So it's all mixed up. I don't know which is which. TL don't know which is which. Y'all don't know which is which. So you'll be entered into number 3. Just leave a comment in this video once it ends. Good luck, everybody. And then enter your numbers right now for, let me let you guys know what I'm going to get you first. How about, let's do some Nick Bosa love since he's the defensive player of the year. Let's do this.
Nick Bosa.
Good luck, everybody. Enter your numbers 1 through 100. Make sure there's no duplicates. Yay! Thank you, guys. We appreciate you guys.
It. Thank you.
And remember, once we hit 500 subs, we're giving away an autographed photo. It'll be the winner's choice. We have one of Fred Warner or Elijah Mitchell. So you guys will get the choice out of that. That's once we hit 500 subs. And once we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to be doing a jersey giveaway. I had originally put it to be Talanoa Hufanga jersey. You're more than welcome to, whoever wins to still pick that jersey. But I know we have other fans from other teams and you guys can win as well. So if that were to happen, of course, we'll get you guys whatever jersey you want. We're not going to make you guys have a 49ers jersey. We appreciate you guys subbing over here and, you'll be rewarded as well. So, yeah, good luck to everybody with that.
Yeah, so Tony, if you want us to get you a Gabriel Davis, just let us know.
I don't think that's not that Tony. Tony Montana ain't that Tony.
It's not that. Oh yeah, he's like T. He's like his initials and stuff. Huh?
Yeah.
I thought he was still on. Oh no, I thought he was still on there from the locker room.
Right?
I think JB said it was him. Yeah.
Let me make sure I got all the score prediction. Oh, Tony Montana. I didn't have. Speaking of Tony.
Let me see. I think we all got a blowout going on, huh?
Yeah, that's what it's like. This is the most like out of all the score predictions we've done every single week up to this point. This is the closest that everybody's score has been, in the same range. Like it's pretty crazy.
Like a blowout, huh?
Yeah. Like somebody probably gonna have to guess the score exactly right to win this week because everybody's just hella close. And then if you do guess the score, normally we'll give the winner to whoever's the closest on the score prediction. You don't have to guess it exactly right. But up until this point, we've only had one person guess it exactly right, and that was Tanya. And, she got an extra special goodies that are worth more because that's hard to do,
Yeah, to predict the exact score. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm super excited for this game tomorrow. I'm nervous just because it's the Seahawks, and I'm just always nervous when we play them. But I feel a lot better because at least Russell Wilson's not there. And, yeah, even though he's playing like crap, like he's the 49ers killer. Like,
he's like their kryptonite.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about that guy, but, man.
I mean, he played a terrible game when we played him in Denver, and he still beat us. Like, it doesn't matter where he's at, man.
It's crazy. So, I mean, I do feel better about it because that reason,
Yes.
but and then if we have fans too of other teams listening, the Seahawks, Eric, if you're still here, you can guess the score prediction as well. Just make sure, I know a lot of people aren't putting, they're just putting like platform 246, just put 23-10. Obviously, I know he's taking the 49ers, but if you don't, like, I just assume you're taking the 49ers. But I mean, you guys can guess Seattle as well, if we have the Seattle fans here, I'll find something for you guys. I won't make you have 49ers cards if you win. It's okay. like Tony, the Tony you were talking about, he's a Bills fan. So like, I'm going to send him something eventually. That's, has to do with him because he's won so much stuff that I'm not going to make him have all this 49ers stuff. So yeah, we try to show love to all you guys because you guys all show love to us.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a fan of the team we hate the most or I won't hold it against you, Eric. I appreciate you coming through. And especially on a week that you play us, like he's there listening to the 49ers stuff. Like, I respect it. Everybody got their numbers in? Let's do this giveaway and we'll get out of here. And then remember, I'll be back tomorrow night for the live reaction show. Tiela won't be here. So whoever wants to join me, I know Denise is going through some stuff. My thoughts and prayers are with you. So she probably won't be able to make it on. But if there's anybody else that wants to come on the instant reaction show with us, talk it out with us, you're more than welcome. Let me know and I'll send you the link.
Yeah. I think Sin's the only one that has a close game. 21-17.
24-17. Platform
21.
246 says my son will pick the other team on live. So good point, Miriah. Yeah, like sometimes me and TL pick, we don't think we're not homers.
Yeah.
We think we're gonna lose sometimes too.
Yeah.
21-17. Sin, I appreciate you sticking out with us the whole show. It's good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. All right, we're about to draw this winner. I just want to make sure I have all these scores because I don't want to forget anybody.
Oh, another David got it pretty close, 24-21.
David V. Have we had David V in the chat before?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so, no.
If not, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show, David. We appreciate you being here. 951, is that what that says? Where's 951? What area code is that?
951.
Let us know, David. I want to know.
I'm not sure.
We appreciate you guys. All right, let's draw this winner.
Alrighty.
Let's draw. Can somebody win this Diamador and Lenore card already? You guys,
probably not.
You guys need to get on your games, man. Make sure what number that was.
Go up to Steve. Okay, 29.
Okay. 29. Somebody had been guessing 29 this whole time, so let's see.
Okay, I see a 30. I see a 33, which would be closer than 24. Let me see.
Don't let me down, guys. Come on.
Riverside, California. Okay. Thanks, man.
Oh, okay. Riverside.
I see 33. David McNeil.
Is that closer than 24?
Yeah, that's only 4 numbers away. 29 and 24 is 5.
Where is it? What time is it at?
I'm trying to look.
Oh, I see right here.
You see it? Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
David, congrats. Congrats.
Who's the first 49er player you think of when you see that number?
Well, now it's Talanoa.
No, I'm talking about 33. I'm talking about 33.
I don't know. Nobody?
No, there's a few.
Well, not that I first think of. You said, who do I first think of? And I said, nobody.
Nobody. Roger Craig to me first.
Well, I wasn't into football too much back then. So.
Tony Parrish back in the day too. You remember him?
Hell no.
You remember Tony Parrish? He was a good strong safety for us.
David McNeil, congrats, brother. All right, y'all. We appreciate you. As always.
Absolutely.
Riding this out with us, hanging out with us for 15 minutes of silence.
For real. Reggie Miller. Thoughts? Nothing. We're gonna win this division tomorrow. And I'm gonna win this money tomorrow. So I'm feeling that. So yeah. I didn't think we were gonna get to 10 wins this quick, to be honest. But and I know it's not guaranteed, but I'm just saying I just feel like this team is on a roll right now. We'll win like 6 straight. There's 6 wins. So yeah, I think we make it 7. So yeah, those are only my final thoughts. I mean, it's great because with tomorrow we already win the division if we win this game. So that's awesome right there. So that's a guaranteed playoff spot no matter what happens the rest of the year. So
yeah. That was actually one of the things I had written down here to say is that we win tomorrow and we win the division, which is the earliest we would have done that since 2011.
Mm,
So yeah, and then after we won this game, I've been listening to a lot of people talk, some different spaces that like Sports After Dark. It's not, just one fan base in there. It's all mixture of
yeah,
fan bases and listening to, everybody talk and kind of getting like where what they feel is going on right now in the NFL. Um, a lot of them say, even with the Eagles record being what it is, that the 49ers are the team to beat in the NFC. So for all these other fan bases to be able to say that when the 49ers are on their third string quarterback, like that's pretty amazing. Like,
yeah,
I said earlier that most teams can't, or won't, can't, whatever, the fan bases don't believe that once they're on their second quarterback, like your season's done. Like you ain't winning
yeah,
shit, So for us to not only make it through our second quarterback, but now to make it through our third string quarterback, which is a rookie, the last pick
yeah,
of the draft, like, it's not somebody that's been waiting in the wings to play. Like it's not like Trey Lance was there waiting to back up, Jimmy. It's like
exactly.
a guy that nobody was expecting that was even probably going to be on this team, like we already had a different backup lined up as we went into this, getting ready to go to the season, right? Like, and like we were all talking about, okay, so is Purdy going to be on the practice squad? Or are they just going to cut him? Like we didn't have
Hmm.
room for him, and then we seen the other quarterback get cut, and all of
Yeah,
a sudden here's Purdy, right? We're all like, okay, well that's kind of weird.
yeah,
Um, and now he's our starting quarterback.
it's
Like
crazy.
it's pretty, like the story in itself is just pretty awesome. And
Yeah,
you talked about his dad tearing up, like just to see the joy on his parents'
awesome.
face, on, I'm guessing those were his siblings, or like
Yeah,
they looked so happy, like all like I could just imagine, like, they sacrifice, the family has to sacrifice so much for a kid to be in sports,
yep,
and then to be in sports through college, to be in, go to the NFL, like the money, the time, the dedication, the everything that the parents, the family, the other siblings had to sacrifice, And so to finally, like, you're sitting there and you see him starting in his first NFL game, and it's just kind of like a sigh of relief, like we did it, right? Like everything that
mm,
they sacrificed and gave up their entire lives up until this point
yeah,
was worth it,
yeah.
all in that moment,
Oh,
like
absolutely. Yeah, you're
that
absolutely
was
right.
just awesome to see. Like you could just see
Uh,
see it on their faces.
yeah, there was a commercial like a few years ago. I haven't seen it in a while, but I just remember like it showed this kid like he going all the way from elementary school through high school to college, and it would show him like after he would be after school, he'd go to practice, his mom would pick him up, and then he'd go home, shower, sleep, and it was like rinse, wash, repeat. Like it just kept showing it over and over again. How he'd be like, okay, school, practice, sleep. School practice, sleep, school practice, and it showed them doing it through all levels. And all of a sudden, it shows them on the stage with Roger Goodell holding up a jersey. It's like, man, like the sacrifice that that they have to go through in their families as well, because like these sports take up a lot of time.
Hell yeah.
Where it's like you have to go out of town and I have to do this, do that, and taking time off work sometimes because you have to go somewhere. So yeah, there's a lot of sacrifice on both sides. So yeah, like kudos to the athlete and the parents as well for having that, for them to have that support system there. So I totally agree with that. And you're right. Before we end, like if you look at our team, like you said, on a lot of teams, I say probably 70% of the teams, your starting quarterback goes down, you're not feeling comfortable. You're just like, man, what's going on here? Like a Patrick Mahomes went down.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's a genius, but they're not gonna be like you're not gonna be as good or whatever the case. Maybe like if Jalen Hurts goes down or Justin Herbert, like these Josh Allen, like those quarterbacks go down, you're like, man, like what are we gonna do? But the fact that we're down to our third string and looking this good just goes to show you how well rounded we are as a team, like the defense, special teams, offense. So yeah, and I honestly think, now looking at these last two games, it's a possibility we've gotten even scarier with Brock Purdy at the helm than Jimmy, just because he plays with a different mentality. He does have a little mobility to him. He can air it out a little bit, and that makes your offense that much deeper because now you can't just account for inside the tackles in the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy how you can get better with your third string quarterback. So
Yep. And not only all that stuff that you just said about him that, he does better whatever than Jimmy, but it also seems, and I had talked about this, that Kyle seems to trust him more already than what he trusted Jimmy.
mhm.
All these times we're always complaining, like, why don't you try to get some more points before the half? Like, if we have 30 seconds, a minute and 30 seconds, like, it's like, okay, take a knee, run out the clock before halftime, get into the
Yeah,
lockers, and it's like to see Kyle actually be going for it, like trying to get extra points before the half, and then to see Brock throw an interception that gets called back. Normally that would have been it for sure. Okay,
yeah,
take a knee. Let's get the hell out of here. Like, but no, again, okay, throw it and throw it deep. Like, I just feel like that trust, like you can already see Kyle like calling plays, calling things different than what he
it's
did for Jimmy.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, like you
it's crazy.
said too, like that touchdown to Ayuk probably would have never happened with Jimmy. They probably would have kicked a field goal, to be honest. Like,
Exactly.
hey, Gold, why don't you go out there and because he's been money too. So it's like, hey, Gold, go out there and kick us a field goal. But he threw an interception, and then to the adversity, like Purdy, first play of the game, he gets smacked.
Yeah, he did.
He gets smacked. And the fact that he just gets up, he shakes it off, wipes off the grass, like whatever, and then goes out there and still does this thing where a lot of rookie quarterbacks, not too many vets, but a lot of rookie quarterbacks would have been rattled. And was like, oh
Yeah.
crap, like worried about who's coming on that side. But no, he just kept his
Seeing ghosts
composure.
and
And
shit.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, like he was doing his Sam Darnold out there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, but no, the fact that he kept his composure was truly amazing for the kid, and kudos to him, man. He's been balling. So let's see what happens.
Yep. So before we go, our favorite Seahawks fan gave his score prediction. He says, I would say two answers. My heart, 23-10 Hawks. My head, 24-17 49ers.
Okay.
Yep, I completely get that. And then I see that Chrissy had said it's like a fairy tale. David V said, seeing his dad yell, "That's my boy," was awesome.
Hmm.
Tony Montana says there's going to be a movie if Purdy wins the Super Bowl. Yeah,
Wouldn't
I
doubt it.
agree. There
I
definitely
wouldn't
will be
doubt
one.
it.
Netflix will be on the phone with them real quick.
Yeah, because it's never happened before.
Yep. All right, chat. You guys are the best. We appreciate you guys. Everybody have a great game day tomorrow. We'll see you back
Mhm.
here like 5 to 10 minutes after the game ends. We'll be here live. So tune in. You know the vibes. We'll be celebrating. Hopefully a win.
Yeah,
And yeah, everybody take care. We appreciate you guys. Much love, fam. We're out of here.
absolutely. You guys take care, fam. Have a good evening.